Hey, welcome back, guys, and in this video I wanted to talk more on spiritual guidance, because if we look at it, spiritual guidance is one of the most important things that we can have within this life. Because if you think about what spirituality actually is, spirituality is actually going and getting more in tune with something greater than yourself, which is your spirit within yourself. Like, people don't understand that there's a spirit within us that we can connect with, and by connecting deeper with this spirit within us, we're actually going to be connecting more with ourselves, not our lower selves, but we're going to be connecting with our higher selves. Our higher selves is something that is going to be wanting to progress, wanting to learn from mistakes and learn from the good things that happen. And it's always going to want to be learning. It's always going to want to be doing the best that it possibly can, because everyone can guide themselves. Everyone has the ability to learn from the lessons that they go through, learn from the experiences that they're seeing with their eyes. They can actually learn from these. Like, a lot of people, they go through these cycles. They keep going, they keep going, they keep going, and then they get stuck and they become comfortable. They become comfortable with going through these cycles, and then this causes them to lose awareness of what their higher self is and what their lower self is, and they get trapped within the ego pretty much guiding them now. Like, they're starting to get guided by the ego, and they start to lose the awareness of what the purpose in this reality actually is. Like, spiritual guidance is something that can benefit your whole life. It can have you change everything about yourself, because whenever you start getting this spiritual guidance, you're going to start taking off certain layers of yourself that you don't need. You're going to start peeling back certain things within your own mind that might be holding you back. You're going to start getting rid of the fear. You're going to start getting rid of uncertainties and doubts. But this is going to take a while, because due to a lot of pretty much outside influences and temptations actually getting you and trying to guide you into somewhere else. Like, you see all these temptations within reality that are trying to guide you to where? They're trying to guide you to all these outside pretty much experiences. And why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that because they don't want you to actually go within yourself. They don't want you to actually go within and see how you can guide yourself through a spiritual aspect. You can guide yourself through your higher self. Your higher self is something that's going to be benefiting you on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. It wants you to progress in all things, and by just shining your guidance not only within yourself, this is going to go from yourself to the outside now, and now you're going to be starting to spread that message to everyone outside of yourself. You're going to start helping not only guide the people that you need to guide, but you're going to start getting the message out to more people. You can start just by speaking this guidance, by speaking into this pretty much reality that we live in. You might influence a lot of different people that you might not recognize you're influencing, just by saying certain words and having that energy behind what you say. Because if you're very passionate, if you're very well spoken about these things that you're talking about, especially the truth, which is the spiritual guidance, the guidance that goes through life and has you experiencing new things. People like new things. People like to experience new things, especially if you're in your higher self and connecting with your higher self. If you're wanting to connect with your higher self is something that's going to want to experience new things, experience change for the better, not for the worse, because the ego will have you wanting to separate yourself from yourself. That spiritual guidance is going to want you separating from the thing that will have you benefiting yourself the most. So this is something to take in to pretty much thought, because if you're always trying to stay the same, if you're always trying to feed into these temptations, you're going to be guided by something that's outside of yourself. You're going to be guided by something that isn't true to who you really are. So you have to ask yourself the question, are you being guided by spirit, or are you being guided by the ego? Are you being guided by your higher self or your lower self? But in the end, you're going to be guiding yourself. Your higher self is you. You can become your higher self and start making the change just from your own actions, from your own thoughts, from your own responsibility that you know you have to do and the actions you know you have to take. So if you're willing to do this stuff, do it now, because if you just procrastinate on this stuff, you're not going to be guiding yourself. You're going to be getting guided by the things outside of yourself. Why do you think the procrastination is even being brought to you within your own mind? It's because all these temptations outside yourself are trying to tempt you to stop doing things in the now moment. So you're going to want to get in tune with your spirit within yourself, and you're going to see how the guidance comes from within yourself, and you can have everything you need if you get in tune with the thing that has always been there, which is your spirit. So that's pretty much it for this video, spiritual guidance and what you can do to get more in tune with your spirit and get the guidance that you need in order to ascend into your higher self. So that's pretty much it. Peace in and out. High vibes.
High vibes.
Vibernation team here, inviting you guys
to check out our website
at vibernation.com.
Here you can find out more of what Vibernation is about
and get to know our team.
You can also find high vibrational information and products
covering all aspects spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Not to mention, by joining our mailing list,
you'll have opportunities to exclusive deals and never before seen information.
And if you'd like to connect with us more, follow us on Instagram at Vibernation Official.
And get to vibe closer with our team.
And of course,
our deepest gratitude for watching.